and welcome to your yoga flow for the Lean Halloween Challenge. Let's go ahead and get started. Into a tabletop position, stacking your hands right over your wrists, your hips are right over your knees, and your toes are tucked behind you. You're going to inhale, scoop your spine, look up to the sky, pull your shoulders away from your ears, and then exhale, round in, push the floor away from you, round between your shoulder blades. Good, do that again. Inhale, scoop your spine, look up, and exhale, round in. Inhale to scoop one more time. Exhale to round in, looking at your navel. Good, then come to a neutral spine. Walk your hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of where they are. Spread your fingers really, really wide. Your index finger is pointed exactly forward. And then press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Now for this first down dog, you can pedal your feet right and left. Maybe even a little movement in your upper body, bouncing towards your legs, opening up your shoulders, your back. Good, and then try to land your down dog, placing your heels as close to the ground as you can. And hey, you know what? This took Liz and I a long time to get our heels all the way on the ground. So keep working at it, and one day you'll be there too. Take a couple of breaths here, breathing into your low belly. Filling your low belly, and then as you exhale, pull your belly in and up. Good, come high up on your toes, bend your knees, look to the front of your mat, and step up. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Same thing here, pedal your feet right and left. Let your head relax down. Just getting ready, lubricating your joints, kind of checking in, seeing how you feel today. Good, and then slightly bend your knees, and we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Your head is the last thing to come up. Good, big shoulder roll at the top. Up, back, and down. Bring your hands to heart. Tadasana, mountain pose. Tailbone in, legs nice and strong. Shoulders into your back body. We're going to move through Surya Namaskar. A, inhale, up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant your hands flat on your mat. Step back into plank. Shoulders stacked right over your wrist. You're pushing the floor away from you, doming between your shoulder blades. Your low belly is in, tailbone's in your body. Legs are super strong here. We're going to hold for a couple breaths. Again, keeping your legs strong. Everything's working here. Keep breathing. Good, then gently place your knees down, chin and chest, keeping your elbows close into your body. And then inhale through to Cobra. Roll your shoulders back and down, lift your heart and chest. Good, and then exhale back. Downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here. Contracting your quads, lifting your kneecaps to help lengthen your hamstrings, the back of your legs. And then rotate your armpits in toward one another. Really opening across your shoulders, your back. Good, your feet should be about hip width apart. And hands are about shoulder width apart. Focusing on your breath. Good, come high up on your toes, bend your knees, look to the front of your mat, and step up. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Hands touch. And then exhale, hands to heart, Tadasana, mountain pose. 2 more times that same thing. Inhale up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant your hands on your mat, step back into plank. Again, nice strong plank here, pushing the floor away from you. Low belly is engaged, tailbone in your body. Gently place your knees down, chin and chest. Keeping your elbows close. And then inhale through to Cobra. Then exhale back. Downward facing dog. Again, a few breaths here. Still lifting your kneecaps, contracting your quads, the front of your thighs. Help lengthen your legs straight back behind you, making that nice inverted V shape. 2 more breaths here, in and out through your nose. Good. Come high up on your toes, bend your knees, look to the front of your mat, and step up. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Hands touch, and then exhale, hands to heart, Tadasana, mountain pose. One more time. Inhale up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant your hands on your mat, step back into plank. Knees, chin and chest. And then inhale through to Cobra. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Okay, from there, step your feet together. Inhale your left leg to the sky. You can circle your ankle, bend your knee, stack your hips. Little movement here, playing around, checking in. Good, then bring your left foot all the way top of your mat between your hands. Find your balance. We're going to inhale up, high crescent lunge. Good, back right leg as strong as straight, arms straight up in the air. Good, bending deeply into your left leg, stacking your knee right on top of your ankle. Getting a nice stretch in this right hip flexor right now. Good. And then exhale, both hands inside your left foot. Gently bring your right knee underneath your right hip with your toes tucked. Keep your left palm on your mat. Inhale your right arm to the sky. Easy triangle. Good. Feeling the opposing force between your 2 arms reaching apart, and also from the tailbone to the crown of your head, creating one straight line of energy, looking up towards your fingertips. Couple more breaths here. Good. Exhale your right hand to your mat. Frame your foot, then step back into plank. Moving through a vinyasa. Maybe you want to add a chaturanga at this point to up dog, or sticking with knees, chest, and chin. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Good. Step your feet together. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Same thing, circle your ankle, bend your knees, stack your hips. Do whatever you did on the other side. Good, then bring your right foot all the way top of your mat between your hands. Find your balance, use your core, and inhale up, high crescent lunge. Good, getting a nice stretch in your left hip flexor, warming up. Should feel the blood flow in at this point. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Good, exhale both hands inside your right foot. Gently bring your left knee underneath your left hip with your toes tucked. Keep your right palm on your mat. Inhale your left arm to the sky. Easy triangle on the other side. I don't know if you guys can see this in the shot, probably not, but the moon is still out, and it's a full moon, and it looks awesome right now. Reaching your 2 arms apart. Good, that straight line of energy from the tailbone to the crown of your head. One more big inhale here. Then exhale your hand to your mat. Frame your foot. Step back into plank, moving through a vinyasa. Liz is going to show. I'm going to go straight back to down dog. This is always an option. Good. From there, come high up on your toes. Bend your knees, look to the front of your mat, and step up. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. And then exhale, hands to heart, Tadasana, mountain pose. All right, bend your knees, sit your hips back for chair. Here, if you find your butt sticking way out, get it in, girlfriend. Use your lower abs, tuck your tailbone in, weight is in your heels. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Good, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant your hands flat on your mat. Step back into plank. Moving through a vinyasa, high push up to low. Again, choosing your option. And then exhale back. Downward facing dog. Good. Pivot your right foot 45 degrees. Step your left foot top of your mat. Inhale up, warrior one. Straight, strong right leg here, pressing the outer edge of your foot and heel into your mat. Good, bending deeply into your left leg, squaring your hips to the front as much as you can, looking up towards your fingertips if that's comfortable. Good, exhale down, plant your hands on your mat, step back into plank, move through a vinyasa or straight back, downward facing dog. Pivot your left foot 45 degrees, step your right foot top of your mat. Inhale up, warrior one. Again, pressing the outer edge of your left foot and heel into your mat. Straight, strong left leg, bending into your right leg, looking up towards your feet. One more big inhale here to lengthen, and then exhale your hands to your mat. Step back into plank. Again, moving through a vinyasa or straight back, downward facing dog. Holding here for a few breaths. Again, lifting your kneecaps, contracting your quads to help lengthen your hamstrings. Couple more breaths. Rotate your armpits in toward one another. All right, come high up on your toes. Bend your knees, look to the front, and step up. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, sit your hips back for chair. And then exhale, hands to heart, Tadasana, mountain pose. Bend your knees, sit your hips back, chair, tailbone in, low belly engaged. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant your hands flat on your mat, step back into plank. Moving through a vinyasa or straight back, downward facing dog. Good. Pivot your right foot 45 degrees. Step your left foot top of your mat. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Here, adjusting your feet so that your front heel lines up with your back arch. Same thing here, right leg super straight, super strong, contracting your quad, lifting your kneecap, pressing the outer edge of your foot and heel into your mat. Keep that connection, sink a little deeper into your front leg. Good. From there, reverse warrior. Left hand to the sky. Good, back up, warrior two. And then extended side angle, maybe coming down to your forearm or all the way to the mat like Liz is showing. Right arm up over your ear, looking through your armpit. Good, still pressing the outer edge of your heel and foot into your mat. Feeling this straight line of energy move up from your foot all the way through your side body to your fingertips. Beautiful, Liz. Good. From there, bring both hands to your mat. Come high up on your toes. Bring your right knee underneath your right hip with your toes tucked. And then come on up. We're going to go into a prayer twist. So inhale your right arm to the sky, pinky turned in. And then exhale, hands to heart coming to the outside of your left knee. Looking up to the sky. Maybe working for a bind here too. Reaching your left arm all the way up. See if you can get your right hand underneath your left knee and reach for your hand. Again, feeling that straight line of energy from the tailbone to the crown of your head. Twists are so good for your spine, digestion, just your overall mood. It feels so good. One more big inhale here. Exhale, look down at your big toe. We're going to inhale up and around warrior two. Beautiful. Now, exhale, cartwheel both hands inside your left foot. Coming up on your right toes, lizard pose. You can stay here, a little movement, front to back. You can gently put your right knee down, untuck your toes, do the same thing. Getting a nice stretch here in the right hip flexor. Or if you want a little bit more, bring your right hand outside your mat. Reach back, see if you can grab your right ankle with your left hand. It's a nice twist, nice quad, hip stretch. Good, looking up to the sky, getting a nice rotation here. Or again, just staying here. You can even start to work on bringing your forearms down to the mat. Sending your heart and chest forward, never rounding in, still keeping that nice lift, looking forward. Good, from there, plant your hands back on your mat, straighten your left leg, moving into half split. So flexing your left foot back towards your face. And if you need to come up, please do so. And start by folding at your hips, sending your heart and chest forward, still keeping this left foot flexed back towards your face. Left leg's really strong, contracting your quad. And if you want to work on full split, I'm going to move up here, you can just start to walk your right leg back, keeping a bend in this left leg to protect your hamstring until you're flexible to come all the way down. Then you can straighten your left leg. It's a great time to close your eyes, focus on your breath. Sending the energy of your breath where you need it, deepening your inhalation and exhalation through your nose. See if you can let go a little in your hamstrings, your hips. Release the tension, the built up stress that you don't need anymore. Good, and then slowly release, slowly and carefully. I'm gonna mess up my yoga mat here. And then move through a vinyasa or straight back. Downward facing dog. Liz will show a vinyasa here. Beautiful. And we're going to move to the other side. Beautiful. Moving to the other side, pivot your left foot 45 degrees, step your right foot top of your mat. Inhale up, warrior one. Good, straight, strong left leg here. Pressing the outer edge and heel into your mat. Good, and then exhale, open up, warrior two. Again, adjusting your feet so that your front heel lines up with your back arch. Good. Get your left hip in your body, Liz. Right here. Yeah, get it in. Beautiful. Bending into your right leg. Good. Reverse it. Right hand to the sky. Back up. Warrior two. Moving into extended side angle, reaching forward. Bring the forearm down or hand all the way to the mat like Liz is showing. Again, this straight line of energy moving up her leg through her side body all the way through her fingertips, making sure you tuck this hip under. Beautiful. Nice work, Liz. From there, bring both hands down to your mat, come high up onto your left toes, bring your left knee underneath your left hip with your toes tucked, and then come on up. Beautiful. Inhale your left arm to the sky, pinky turned in, and then exhale, bring your hands to heart, coming to the outside of your right knee. Good, and then looking up towards the sky. Then maybe going for a bind, reaching your right arm up, seeing if you can clasp your left hand underneath. Rolling your right shoulder back and down, trying to get your chest high to the sky. Good, couple more breaths here. And then one more big inhale. Exhale, look down at your big toe. Inhale, up and around, warrior two. Adjusting your feet. Good, then from there, cartwheel your hands inside your right foot. Come high up onto your left toes, lizard pose. And here you're gonna do whatever you did on the other side. So maybe you stayed here, maybe you gently place your left knee down on your toes, take your left hand outside your yoga mat, reach around for your left foot. Or maybe you're working on starting to bring your forearms down to your mat. Still keeping that nice lift through your heart and chest. Again, a great time to really focus on your breath, come back to your breath. From there, come back up onto your hands, straighten your right leg, flex your right foot back towards your face. Nice, strong, straight right leg, stretching your hamstring here. And again, if you need to come up, maybe you're only getting to here, but you're folding at your hips, keeping a nice flat back. As soon as you start to round in, please come back up. Keep that nice straight spine, sending your heart and chest forward, really active right leg. Or if you're working on the splits, start to walk your left leg back, keeping a bend in your right knee till you can get all the way down, then straighten your right leg. Good. Again, a nice time to close your eyes, focus on your breathing. This can be uncomfortable for most of us because we sit at desks all day and we often sit a lot at work. So our hips are really tight. This is going to help open up your hips, open up your shoulders, chest. You'll just have better posture. You'll walk taller. You'll feel better. So keep working at it. Before you know it, you'll be in full splits like me and Liz. This didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of practice, a lot of patience, time, and just holding these poses, breathing into it, not pushing too hard, staying safe, staying comfortable. Good. One more breath here. And then exhale and release. Moving into plank pose. You can move into a vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog. Good. Bend your knees. Look to the front of your mat and step up. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. This time, heel toe your feet out about hip width apart. And you can actually measure by putting 2 fists together between your feet. Slide your hands all the way underneath your feet so that your toes touch your wrists. If you need to bend your knees here, please do so. From there, inhale to lift halfway, flat back. And then exhale and fold in, using your arm strength to pull yourself in closer. And maybe once you get to this position, you can start to straighten your legs, letting your head relax down. Again, time to breathe, to really focus on your breath. You can take a look at Liz for the bent leg version. Again, just working at where you're at today. And just keep going. Before you know it, you'll have straight legs, you'll be forward folding, you'll be doing splits, all sorts of crazy stuff. So keep doing it. Before you know it, you'll be there. This is so important. Taking the time out for yourself to stretch, to help your muscles recover, reducing the risk of injury, and really just making you feel better, feeling more energized. Again, like I said, walking taller, feeling more confident. Good. And then exhale and release your hands. Slightly bend your knees. We're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Good. Big shoulder roll at the top, up, back, and down. Now, step wide with your right leg. Coming as wide as you feel comfortable. Nice parallel position. Taking a look at your feet, making sure they're parallel with one another. Making sure that your toes aren't turned out and they're not turned in. We're going to do a nice shoulder opener here. So clasp your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back and down. I'm going to show from the side. From there, take a big inhale. Maybe lift your heart and chest. Making sure your butt's not sticking out. You keep your tailbone in, low belly engaged. Lift your heart and chest. Look up to the sky. And then same thing. Fold at your hips. Coming down, keeping a nice flat back. Only going as far as you have a flat back. So if that means you're up here, that's just where you're at. And that's totally okay. But see if you can get a flat back. And as soon as you start to round, stay in that position. Liz and I are very flexible, so we can pretty much come all the way down. But again, working at your own level. This didn't happen for us overnight. And then breathing into your shoulders. See if you can release in your shoulders. Good, I'm going to turn here. And here, making sure that your hips are stacked over your ankles. So tendency is our hips are actually behind our ankles. I should actually show this from the side. So tendency here is our hips are like way back here. Shift the weight forward into your toes, keeping your hips right over your ankles. Good. On your next inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Release your hands. And then just bring your feet in a little closer. We're going to go a little wider than hip width. Same thing. Roll your shoulders back and down. Clasp your hands behind your back. Take a big inhale. Lift your heart and chest. Tailbone in. And then exhale and fold. Keeping a flat back. Folding at your hips. Again, weight is forward into your toes. Keeping your hips stacked directly over your ankles. breathing into your shoulders. So many of us are sitting at a desk all day, hunched over like this, or hunched over on our phones. This is going to help counteract that. Open up your chest and shoulders. Give you that tall posture, that confidence that you've been looking for. Good. So really breathe in your shoulders. See if you can release. And honestly, Liz and I do this throughout the day all the time because we work on a computer most of the day as well. This is a great stretch you can just get up at your desk and do throughout the day to really help open up your shoulders and chest. Good. On your next inhale, rise all the way back up to standing. Good. And then we're just going to gently come down to our mats, laying flat on your back. And we're going to do one quick back bend and then move into a twist in Shavasana. So feet are about hip width apart. See if you can reach your ankles. From there, roll your shoulders underneath you and then contract your glutes, lift your hips to the sky, bridge pose. Once you get up, see again if you can roll your shoulders underneath you and clasp your hands behind your back. Bringing awareness here to your inner thighs. Tendency is our legs like to bow out, so contracting your inner thighs to help keep your knees parallel, stacking them right over your ankles. Good, and then release your clasped hands, roll down one vertebrae at a time. This is kind of awkward for me. I have this mic pack, so let me move this out of the way so I can actually lay flat. Okay, next up, grab your knees, rock a little side to side. And if you're more advanced, you can do a couple bridge poses, maybe even moving into full wheel pose. Good, then keep your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg out long, and then extend your right arm out like a T. Bring your right knee across your body, final twist. Liz is grabbing me here. Good, make sure you got your own little personal space if you're doing this at home. Inhale back into center, squeezing both knees in. You can rock side to side a little bit again. This time, extend your right knee, keep your left knee into your chest, extend your right arm out like a T, and then bring your left knee across your body, looking out over your fingertips. Good. Inhale back into center. One last squeeze, little rock side to side. You can even roll your forehead into your knees. Take one last big inhale here. And then exhale, let it go. Straightening your legs, your arms. Palms up to receive. Roll your shoulders underneath you. See if you can reset your lower back into your mat, pressing your lower back firmly into the ground. Let your feet relax. Take one last swallow. Closing your eyes, letting your breath go. Just sink in and let the earth support you. Thank you so much for joining us for this nice yoga flow. I hope you loved it. Again, you can do this any day you really want to. Add it on. It's a great way to open up your hips, your shoulders, and just give you more energy throughout the day. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Leave us a comment below. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time. Bye!